Hello and welcome, my Capricorn friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. This is going to be a group reading for my friends born under the Capricorn zodiac sign. Today we're going to explore what you can expect from the month of November, those obstacles and challenges that you're going to face, and more importantly, ways of overcoming and tools that you can use to kind of push yourself forward and through those challenges. The deck I chose for this reading was the Spiral Tarot, and then I'm going to end off the session with a blessing from the Energy Oracle. I have links below, like always, to both these fantastic decks, so should they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. Alright, my Capricorn friends, let's see what the cards have to say. What card symbolizes November for my Capricorn friends? Okay, we have a jumper. That's the Four of Wands. Fours are a foundation, a stability number. Wands are about that passion and fire. The Four of Wands talks about a celebration, a time of passage, a rite of passage. We're really looking at November as being time to celebrate those things that you've achieved and that stability in your life. And some people, they may actually be looking at that rite of passage, that next stage. Alright, let's look at what the challenge is. What challenge, or what is the main challenge that my Capricorn friends will face in November? And you have two of them? You get two challenges, two for the price of one. One is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is the queen of emotion and intuition. You're going to find that your emotions are on a roller coaster throughout November, and they're going to be hard to deal with. And you may even find a disconnect between you and your guides, your guardians, the higher vibrational beings. You may find that connection becomes very choppy and unpredictable. Then, with it came the Seven of Pentacles. Sevens is all about that hard work. You're really going to have that challenge of wanting to get things done, but you're going to find that your emotions and your intuition are going to make it really hard, which is going to add to that emotional instability and intuitional disruption. It's kind of a circular effect. Let's break down November a bit more. What can my Capricorn friends, got a jumper there, what can my Capricorn friends expect at the beginning of November? So at the beginning of November, this card decided to jump out and make a big ka-thunk noise, is the Ace of Wands. This card really speaks to me about that moment before ignition on in a match, that explosion part. The beginning of November is going to kind of give you a bit of an oomph, if you will, with your passion and fire, that inner drive. You're going to find that the beginning of November is going to kind of be a bit of a sparkly bang, because there's going to be this really great thought that you're like, oh, this is what I really need to do. These are going to really impact you because you're not going to have that drive to work, and your intuition and emotion are going to be really chaotic. Use a pen and paper and write it down. It's going to be important with future endeavors. However, there's going to be disconnects there. Make sure you have a pen and paper and you start writing some of that down. Alright, the middle of November. What does the middle of November bring my Capricorn friends? It's the Six of Pentacles. Sixes are about harmony and balance. The Six of Pentacles really talks about the need for balance and grounding. That's going to help with some of the chaos these two cards are going to hand you, that intuitional and emotional roller coaster. Making sure that you're balancing not only your energies and your time, but yourself between the physical and spiritual, time between work and life, and then also grounding yourself. Making sure that you feel really connected in. You've got a base of stability connect into that foundation so that you can start to try and work with these two cards. It's going to be really important that we still work with them. They're the month. What does the end of November bring, my Capricorn friends? We have a jumper. Go on to the Six of Swords. Like I said, sixes are about that balance, that harmony. Swords are about truth and knowledge. At the end of the month, you're going to see that some of this can move you forward. You're going to get out of that instability. Literally, you can see the waves really kind of being harsh and chaotic here, but they smooth out. The Queen loses her chaos. She kind of finishes her little fit she's having in November, and things become more placid. You're going to be able to then start to continue on and move. That movement's going to be important. You're going to carry everything that happened throughout November with you into December. However, you're going to have a little bit more of an emotional and intuitional stability into it. Now we do have double sixes. And so in angel messages, when you're looking at multiple sixes, you're looking at the need to balance your thoughts between the physical and the spiritual. That balancing piece, like I said, is going to be key. You have a Queen that's toppled and she is ranting right now. Right, let's look at what is going to help. What's going to help my Capricorn friends at the beginning of November? And we have a jumper. He's a good jumper. The Fool. He's the 0 card in the major arcana. And he talks about that next stage, that next development, that excited, uncertain, carefree energy. And most importantly, that leap of faith. Trusting that things are going to work out and trusting in the universe. That energy is really going to help. Really trusting in what those abilities that you have and trusting in your guides and guardians. You may not be able to communicate with them well, or actually, sorry, you'll be able to communicate with them well. You may not be able to receive their messages well. Trusting that they're still behind you, trusting in that they are there and they are trying. Just keep asking for reassurance and clarity and working with it. Like I said, you can't stop this. You can work with it though. All right. What's going to help my Capricorn friends in the middle of November? You have another major arcana. The 13th card in the major arcana, Death. You need to let go of some of the stuff that isn't working. That balance piece that we're looking at in the middle of the month is going to help bring in some time to reflect on what's not working. Death is here to help us. He's not here to hinder us. He's here to take what isn't working. We know that that work piece isn't working at all. We know that the Queen is not working in her current position. What is not working in your life that Death can take so that there's more space for that journey, so that there's more space for things that are working. That's going to help out. We know that we're looking at a next stage. It's going to help my Capricorn friends out near the end of the month. Another major arcana, the Tower, the 16th card in the major arcana. That change, embracing that change. We need to allow that change to occur because, like I said, we know stuff is shifting. We have that shift. We know we've got the stability and foundation we need, but that shift is coming. We're going to have to embrace it. And it's really about working with it rather than being afraid of it. All right, let's look at what further guidance we can offer my Capricorn friends for the month of November. That's the Princess of Wands or the Page of Wands. That childlike energy that's full of inquisitive and playful minds. That's going to be important. We can't fear this. Change happens. We hate it as a species, I know. But change is inevitable. When we trust in the universe and say, okay, I know you're there. I can't hear you very well, but I know you're there and I know you've got a plan. I need to embrace that plan and embrace those changes. Letting things go and just let Tower demolish what it needs to, because it too, with death in the area, death's going to take the stuff that isn't working. And that's what the Tower is talking about. In life, we don't like to look at those personality pieces and those aspects that we work from, our values and our ideologies very often. And that's what the Tower really does. It really makes us reflect. Something happens, a situation occurs that makes us go, oh, that's not good. And then we have to look at what brought it on. Allowing what isn't working to be taken by death, and allowing death to help clean up some of that wreckage so that you can build on. Just like anything else, you have a forest fire and that's devastating. However, it gives amazing nutrients back to the soil when things are all said and done. All right. And that's the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is all about that inner journey. Eights are about movement and manifestation. Cups are about that intuition and emotion. The Eight of Cups talks about the need to go inwards. You need to start reflecting on, and you can start this at an early process, reflecting on what is and what is not working. What can death take that isn't for your greater good? What is not serving you? And what is not serving you in a positive manner? Some of that stuff still serves us. It has a purpose. However, it has a purpose of keeping us where we are. Go inwards. Figure out what can be kind of released. Figure out where the Tower, because the Tower is going to hit, and he can hit, well, it says near the end of the month, but my feeling is that the Queen is responding to the Tower. He's a coping mechanism for the latter part of November. However, I think we're going to start to see the Tower rear its head at the beginning in an overall feel, because he is going to be the one that is going to topple the Queen a bit. Alright, let's look at what your shadow self wants to add. It's the King of Swords. It's really imperative that you take the knowledge, not the emotion. We haven't really taught, we know your emotions are going to be like all over the place, but if you function from a place of knowledge rather than heart, use your head rather than your heart, you're going to find that some of this will fall into place more. Use it from that playful and quizzical energy, and you're really going to find that things start to click into place a lot better and a lot quicker with a lot less pain, because you're focusing in on the head rather than the heart. Let's focus in on a blessing. What blessing can we bestow on my Capricorn friends for November? Okay, I've got a jumper. Actually, we have jumpers. The first one, the World. You have the ability to really reach for the stars and get things going. Start that next stage piece. It is going to be up to you as to how this map transpires. You can deal with and overcome all the challenges that the Tower have. And we have the Tower near the end of the month. Like I said, we're probably going to have situations start rearing its head at the beginning, but it's going to come crashing down at the end. If you can overcome that, you're going to start November on a new piece. We know this major life shift is coming. You have that ability to move forward, and it's your choice. You can choose to take the world by the hand. The next one, oh, very cool. Yin Yang, that balance piece. What you put out, what you're gonna get back in. I think I just said that. So making sure that should you want December not to connect into the tower and all the events that are causing the tower, that you start to work on some of this. This is a your choice piece. However, that balance be a key. If you avoid it, if we use that blanket scenario, the tower will still be there in December. It's not something you can avoid. For those who wish, you can pause the video here and reflect on the cards. This is a group reading, however I drew, or in some cases cards flew out, for my Capricorn friends. What further information do they want to share with you? Like I said, this is a group reading. If you're looking for something more personal, you can follow the link below and schedule a private reading with myself. And for those who are interested, I will be offering online introductory and interactive classes through Zoom over the next couple of months. My first class is on November 11th, where I'll be offering my Introductions to Angels and Archangels class. Then on December 9th, I'm going to be offering my Introduction to Connecting, which is a channeling class. If you're interested in both or either of these classes, you can find out more information and register on my website. I provided a helpful link below that you go directly to my Pages class and you can check out more information. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful and that you're able to gain some direction and insight into what November is going to bring you. Video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. You never know where I'm going to go next, and I'd hate for you to miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings with myself. I've provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out. Until tomorrow, my Capricorn friends.